Before 11 o'clock, and Vanessa Lane Jennings is in the studio, sometimes known as Vanessa, sometimes known as Lane, sometimes known as Miss Jennings. And we're going to talk about the law. We have fun with Vanessa. I want you to know, though, that if you're going through something legal, a circumstance, maybe you've been in an accident, maybe a divorce, maybe you know somebody who needs some legal advice, we don't want our jovial sounding conversation to prevent you from calling in, because we want you to call in. We know you're going through something serious. Vanessa deals with this all the time. She's a professional. She's an attorney here in Ocala. The law firm, by the way, is the Jennings Law Firm at 2945 Northeast 3rd Street here in Ocala. And our request to you is to just go ahead and call in. You don't have to tell us your name. Just kind of talk to Vanessa. The earlier, the better, because sometimes a question is followed by a question in order to really get to the heart of what it is. And I've watched Vanessa do this, and she's really, really good at it. So 622-9622 is the number, and you can interrupt us at any time. Don't worry about what we're talking about. 622-9622. Oh, with that said, good morning, Vanessa.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
I am well. How's everyone?
Good. Right under the wire.
Right, and by under the wire, you mean as the music is playing, I'm
You
skirting
just got
into
in
the...
here. You do it every week. Are you
week.
that way with everything? Are you always like the just...
I'm so sorry to say, but I am.
When you go to a party, do you show up before everybody else or after everybody else?
The only time I show up before everybody else is when I'm the hostess.
Uh-huh.
That is the only time. I'm normally one of the last people there.
Is it out of line for me to say you have pretty eyes? Look at how pretty your eyes
Oh,
are.
thank you. And I don't even have all my makeup.
How is it possible I never noticed your eyes before?
I normally wear glasses.
Oh, okay. So, what's your plans for the weekend?
What is this weekend? This is, I think, the first weekend my sister's going to be in town, so I'm hanging out with
Your sister? The sister we've met?
The sister you've met, yes.
We don't really know her. Sally.
Sally.
Is that okay to say her name?
I don't care.
Yeah. We used to be very protective of saying our children's names, but now they're 30, 37, 30. How old is
Yeah,
CJ?
39.
Yeah. They're up there now, so we don't.
Yeah.
They're your age.
Just right.
We could be your parents.
How do you feel about that?
That'd be awesome.
That is not what they said on the phone last night.
Wow.
They're like, oh,
Wow.
our daughters.
Wow.
We also might have, made fun jokes about our father being an invalid in bed right now, so that might have been.
Is he? Is he sick?
He did, yeah, or he is. He had a minor outpatient surgery, but he has factor V, which is like a blood clotting disorder.
Oh.
Or he doesn't,
That's not good.
where he gets blood clots from even minor procedures, and he had 3 of them. So he's all on Valium, tripping in his bed right now.
Oh, wow. Did you bring some with you?
No, they're in Sarasota, unfortunately.
What do they call us? A litigious society? Is that the word, litigious?
Yes, litigious.
So we are a litigious society? Do you agree with that? Yeah.
150%.
But isn't that better than stabbing each other? I mean, something happens.
Why, is there no gray area between suing someone and stabbing someone? I think that there's a huge, vast ocean.
That's an interesting comment. See, I love that. Because yes, there is. But a lot of people don't go to it. They don't go to the mediator,
Well, I don't even think necessarily I think there's rational thoughts. And I'm not saying, please, this is not a blanket. This is just a very broad generalization.
Mm-hmm.
I think some people have a dispute with their neighbor, and they want to sue their neighbor over that dispute.
Right.
Now, sometimes that's 100% the right action because, their neighbor was in the wrong. They broke the law. They did whatever, there's repercussions for that. However, there's other times where no law is actually broken, but people want to sue just because they're annoyed. You annoyed me. I want to sue you.
Donald Trump sues a lot of people.
Donald Trump sues a lot of people. That's an example.
Yeah. But I guess that's in his world. But in our world, like you say, the neighbor, the tree is hanging over the fence.
Right.
That kind of stuff. You're right. You could just talk to that person.
There is. And, some people you can't talk to. I've come to that conclusion in my life as well.
Yeah.
There's some people that you need to send them a nasty letter that says, hey, I have the right to cut a branch that's hanging over on my side of the property. Let me do it.
Oh, my gosh.
Mm-hmm. But you don't need to go take them to small claims court.
So do you ever, if somebody comes to you, they want to file a lawsuit, and do you ever say, you know what, I don't want to talk myself out of business, but why don't you just talk to the person? Do you ever send people away with a little advice? Yeah?
More times than not.
Does it ever happen with something, not like a divorce, but like Yeah, like a divorce. Let's say somebody wants a divorce. They come to you, and you say, you know what, maybe you could work it out, or...
I've suggested counseling for some people who are very much on the fence, or a person who's on the fence, because they didn't know. They're like, I don't know if I want to even hire you to sign the papers. I don't know what I want to do. Like, well, you can go to counseling. I'm giving them the options. But normally, the only time I send people away in a divorce, because most of the time when they walk in the door, they want the divorce.
They're ready.
Is if there's no kids, no assets, no nothing, and they don't have the money or the funds for an attorney. Because at that point, the reason you hire an attorney is just to make it a faster process. Because we can get a court date faster than somebody who doesn't have an attorney. Right. We can make the process go a little bit faster. So instead of waiting several months, you can narrow that down a little bit. But if they don't have the funds for that, at that point in time, I guide them towards, there's a couple different paralegals in town who fill out paperwork, for them, or they send them to the court to buy the packet. They could buy the packet and fill it out.
Are we obligated as a society to recognize divorces? Like was it Carol Bayer-Sager wrote a song about getting a divorce in Mexico because it was quicker? Are we obligated to recognize that as a country, or do you have to have the United States?
I actually have that case right this second.
You do?
I do. There's
Carol Bayer-Sager? Yeah.
Not that case.
Oh.
The case where there's a foreign divorce. Why the couple actually lived in the United States, because their religion, based on their religion, they did it in the country that they got married in, because it was a religious ceremony, and they got religiously divorced. Now, ironically, the Marion County recognized it and said, okay, you're divorced, and allowed my client to go and get remarried. So my client has already gone and remarried, but now he's going through the immigration process, and the federal government says, well, Thank you, Marion County, for recognizing that divorce. But legally, because they were residents of Florida for 6 months, they needed to get divorced in Florida. So technically, he's married to his first wife and not married to his second wife. And
in the federal government's eyes.
In the federal government's eyes, yeah.
So how did he find out about that? Because
through the immigration process.
Okay.
Because he's still not a U.S. citizen then.
Correct. I mean, he's been here for a really long time, and he's in the steps towards it, and he's at the very, very final stage, but they can't approve it until he gets divorced in the United States.
So let's talk about the whole thing, immigration, because we both saw a billboard for an attorney advertising to speed up the immigration process. If Donald Trump's things that he's doing right now are scaring some illegal immigrants,
right,
undocumented, whatever word you choose, but I mean, and they say, oh my gosh, I better do something. Are the attorneys now getting a whole load of people saying, hey, can you help me out? I need to be legal?
Oh, they're getting a whole ton of people.
Are you getting anybody?
I send them all the way. I do not do immigration.
Oh, you don't like to do that?
No, it's not that I don't like it. The immigration law is very, very, very specific, because there's 1,000 different ways you can come into the country, and there's not actually 1,000, but there's a vast majority of ways. And you can tweak different things. And there's different ways you can get in. If you don't get in under one, you can make it go in under another.
Is that why we have so many illegals? Because it's difficult? Like when my grandparents came, I don't remember them saying it was difficult. Of course, I was just a kid, but...
And probably, I don't want to say it probably wasn't difficult then, but I think it was a lot
more
easier then than it is now. Because they tried to limit it based on countries. Like every country has a number of how many we're allowed to accept. So that's where it becomes an issue. And a lot of the illegals that you get normally are from countries that have a vast majority of people wanting to come in, but their numbers are lower.
We are up against the break. Let's take the break, and we'll be right back. If you would like to call and ask Vanessa a question on the air, you're welcome to do that. The number is 622-9622. We'll give you Vanessa's office line in just a minute. Right now, if you want to be on the air, though, 622-WOCA. We'll be right back.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. A sunny, pleasant day today with low humidity. The high 68 to 72. Clear to partly cloudy Friday night with a low of 47 in the coolest inland spots, 53 along the coast. Saturday will be sunny and warmer, high 76 to 80. Sunday, mostly sunny and warm, high 79 to 83. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Are you in need of custom screen printing, embroidery, or promotional items? Then look no further and come visit the brand new Legacy Team Sales. LTS is conveniently located off 17th Street next to Armstrong Homes in beautiful Ocala. We offer the best prices and highest quality products for your company, team, school, or nonprofit. Whether looking for screen printed shirts, embroidered polos, or travel team uniforms, you'll be sure to find it at Legacy Team Sales. Come visit our new 27,000 square foot facility. Our friendly and knowledgeable sales staff will assist you in every part of your custom purchase. LTS carries the hottest brands in the industry like Under Armour, Russell, Mizuno, Asics, Badger Sports, Gildan, Pacific, Ogio, and many more. At LTS, screen printing embroidery is done in-house and we guarantee customer satisfaction. Stop by, give us a call, or check us out on the web at shoplts.com. Remember the name, LTS.
There are only a few things in life that you can be certain will always be around. Death, taxes, the pursuit of happiness, and computers. As they continue to advance at an epic pace, the one absolute certainty about them is that they'll break. It's not an if, it's a when. And when it happens, bring it to the only company in Ocala that's certified in Apple and Microsoft, Ocala Mac and PC Repair. They even offer on-site computer repair service, so they come to you. And if you do drop it off, you can check your repair status online. Ocala Mac and PC Repair is a family-owned and operated company that can do everything from mobile repair to wireless networks, fixing viruses, data recovery, even building and installing new systems. Visit online at ocalamacpc.com. In person, 1713 East Silver Springs Boulevard, or give them a call, 352-566-8324. That's 352-566-8324. Ocala Mac and PC Repair.
Bernie's Day of Fire.
The flyer says Bernie's Day of Fire Car Show and Dino Day, Saturday, February 11th from 10 a.m. to 2:30 p.m.
All proceeds will be donated to Habitat for Humanity.
Food trucks, trophies, door prizes, 50-50, pony rides.
I know. And look, cow chip bingo.
Your favorite.
The address is 1 Aspen Road, Ocala.
And the website is Bernies.com, BURNYZZ.com.
Robin, you try the Echo machine.
Bernie's Day of Fire.
All right, 12 minutes before 11 o'clock, Vanessa Lane Jennings is in the studio. The law firm of, the Jennings law firm, I should say, is the law firm that Vanessa founded, and it's right here in Ocala. And if you have a question about something that you're going through legally, whether it's an accident or another legal circumstance, maybe it's a lawsuit or a divorce or something like that, or maybe on behalf of somebody else, you're welcome to call. Right now, 622-9622. But if you prefer to call Vanessa's law firm, we understand the number is 804-0092, right?
That's correct.
Did I say it right? So can I tell you the end of my driver's license story? Remember, I think we started last week? Okay, here's the deal. All right, so the actual birth certificate that I got from my mother 62 years ago. Well,
Okay.
she didn't give it to me then, but she got it then.
You're a very good record keeper. If
No,
you got it,
she
you
is. No, not her, but my mother. Yeah, Robin is not my mother. But anyway, so
Robin, you're not his mother? Do you feel that way at times?
so
I was like, don't
on
do
the
that.
certificate itself, on the 62-year-old piece of paper, it
Yes.
says on the bottom, "This is a copy." So I bring a copy of the copy.
But it's not a certified copy, is it?
It doesn't say that.
Okay.
It does not say a certified copy.
Right, because 62 years ago, they might not have been so
Yes!
fastidious about the word certified.
Thank you. So anyway, I made I scanned it, and I made a PDF of it, and I brought that there because this was very fragile. Looks like it's going to fall apart paper, right?
Correct.
All right. So the girl looks at it and she says, "Well, we need the actual one." I said, "It looks exactly like this." She says, "No, the actual one will have some security
Images.
some security features on it." And I said, "I don't think it does. I've looked at the whole thing. I didn't see
There
anything."
was no security features, ma'am, in 62 years ago.
Thank you.
There was no.
She looked very young, and that's so. But anyway, so
She had a script. She was reading you her script.
I went home and came back. It took about 40 minutes. I had the actual thing. She looked at it. It looked exactly the same as the one I gave her, the first one. But she had no choice. What am I going to do? Go to the hospital in New York and get the actual one?
Well, it wouldn't be the hospital, but the bureau, like vital statistics. But yes,
But
they
then-
require you to do that.
Well, they didn't.
if you don't have it.
She scanned it, and guess what she ended up with? Exactly the same thing I gave her the first time.
But she scanned it.
Exactly.
Because it could have been a forgery. You could have been trying to pull a fast one on her.
I don't do
You're
anything
still-
fast anymore.
You could be trying to pull a slow one over on her. I stand corrected.
But when you have different documents and things like that, I mean, even to get a passport, you have to get something where they do certify it from now on.
Correct.
You have to call the state or whoever it is that you call, and then they have to send that to you so you can submit it for your passport.
It's a process.
So you know where we went for my birthday?
Marks.
No. Cracker Barrel.
Okay, slightly different.
I have a reason for telling you this.
Okay.
In Cracker Barrel, they've got a store.
They do have a store.
In the back, they've got toys.
They do. That is Sally's favorite section.
One of the
We play
toys.
checkers.
One of the toys is a lie detector.
Okay, that's
Okay.
not going to be a true
So-
detector.
No. It's a lie detector. You can put it together, and you can put your fingers on it, and you ask a question of the person, and it'll go zzz, lie, truth, zzz, lie. Okay.
Robin.
So no. In this one,
Gotta build this.
in gifts, you can give somebody that you don't love anymore for Valentine's Day. One of them is this lie detector toy.
Okay.
Okay. The whole idea is
Sally, you're getting a Valentine's
you
Day
bring it home to your sweetheart. You say, "Hello, honey," and she opens. Oh, what'd you get me? What'd you get me? A lie detector. What's this for? I want to play a little game.
This is horrible.
I know.
I'm getting so many new clients at us. I want to start.
Yes.
Too bad it's like against Florida bar rules to slip my business card inside all of it.
But the thing that we read said if they're afraid they're going to lie, they won't even play the game with you. So you've already caught them before you even ask the first question. I'm afraid to play the game because I'm afraid you'll ask me something that I'll get the red mark.
Clearly, they'd never watched any of the spy shows where you calmly put your fingers on there and go, "This is a toy." I don't believe it.
Oh, that's funny.
Do you use that in any of your cases?
Lie detectors?
Yes.
No.
Oh.
They're not reliable.
Oh, okay.
My belief even
Reliable.
they're not. That's the
The
criminal-
word lie is in the word reliable.
It's a true story. But that's my criminal defense attorney little self coming out.
Oh my
'Cause
gosh.
there's so many ways around them, and you can control. People can learn how to control their heart rate so it doesn't elevate. Because that's all it's doing is your heart rate.
Oh my gosh. That is pretty amazing.
Do you know, my nephew is transferred from the Marion County Fire Rescue to the Orlando Fire Rescue, right? It's one of those stories of training here and moving somewhere else,
Right.
Because the money's better. And he had to answer all these questions too. And I don't remember if he had a lie detector, but they asked him questions just to look at his reaction,
Right.
And one of them, have you ever stolen anything? He said, no, I've never stolen anything. And I said, I'd be afraid to answer that question because in the back of my mind, I'd be saying to myself, did I ever take a pencil? Because I'd be really picky about it. I've never stolen anything as far as I know. But did I ever?
I would have to answer yes. I used to steal quarters out of my mother's little coin thing. She had a
Oh
little
my
coin thing.
gosh.
I was like 5 or 6, 7.
So if you
Until
said-
she found out and she beat me because they weren't actually quarters. I thought they were quarters. They were Susan B. Anthony dollars.
Oh.
So there was a mass beating that went down.
Oh, gee.
A mass beating without the M or with the M?
Wow.
Without. Well, both. Both.
So did you? So if you were up for a job, and they had to have a no to the question, "Have you ever stolen anything?" and they got to that question, what would you say? Would you lie and say no?
They shouldn't be asking you that question because it's.
Or would you say-
Have you ever committed a crime of moral blah, 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 I can speak. They're going to be asking like if you petty thefts or things like that. They're going to be asking more of crimes and have you been convicted of
Was it moral turpitude? Is that what-
turpitude?
Turpitude.
Turpitude. Yeah.
Okay.
Now I can't think of.
Well, I could say no to that easy because I don't even know what the word means.
It's a crime of dishonesty. So
Oh.
that's going to be like a petty theft.
Like you could embezzle
I know,
money
grand
or-
theft or forgeries or anything in those veins.
Oh my gosh. So how long when you're doing your criminal defense and then you have to go back and forth and if your client has to be put in jail, how long does it take for you to maybe reduce the jail sentence, or can you appeal it, or how long does it take to
Are
appeal?
we talking about them being sentenced or me pleading them to a lesser?
Oh, pleading them to a lesser.
So it depends on the facts and circumstances. If it's a felony case, depends on what type of felony it is. If there's any loopholes, if you're going to want to do depositions of the police officers to find out if they violated any constitutional rights, you're going to try to find things to either get it thrown out. That's always your first goal, is just to get it thrown out. And if that doesn't work, okay, can we get the charge itself reduced? Can we do charge bargaining, which is reducing the charge? And by reducing the charge, most of the time you're going to be reducing the amount of exposure that they have to either jail or prison or probation or whatever the case may be. And then if that doesn't work, then it's just plea negotiations and say, okay, well, we either going to go to trial, take it to trial, or we're going to try to get you the best deal there humanly possible.
Oh, okay. Boy,
Or try to get you the best deal humanly possible, doesn't work, and then take it to trial.
Did you follow the story? Yesterday or 2 days ago, a local deputy was found not guilty for excessive force in a case. There were four other deputies who a year ago said, we'll take a plea deal. So they spent the past year in jail or prison. I don't know the difference. I do know the difference, but I don't know where they were.
They were in jail, because prison is when you're already sentenced, because it means you're sentenced to a year and a day or more.
Okay.
So 366 or more.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
That's the only.
But the question I have about this particular guy is he was found not guilty, and then the federal court decided to indict him anyway, even though he was found not guilty. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I do.
So what happened? How does that?
I
thought
don't
double
know what the
jeopardy was against
It was
the law.
it is, but they can find you. Remember OJ? We always go back to OJ.
Yeah.
Where he was found not guilty, but then he went to court again and he was found
civil.
guilty. That was civil versus criminal. It's only double jeopardy when the elements of the crime are exactly the same. If there's one element that's different, it's something different.
Wow.
Get this one off. So if they're charging this person with something that's slightly different.
I wonder
He
what
can-
it was.
And I don't know what he's charged with there. That I don't know. I do know that the federal court was looking into him.
Yeah, and it was like, didn't he speak for 2.5 hours or something? He was a very long testimony, from what I heard.
I think
That
so.
I don't know.
And we had Larry had this story the other day about this prison riot, and the prisoners killed a guard because they were all upset because of the conditions of the prison. Now, is that really something legitimate that they have? The conditions of the prison, will they actually get attorneys to, defend them and present their case while they're in prison?
Well, okay, so there's two different ways you can go with this question. In general, let's say there was no riot and there's just the conditions of the prison. Could they get an attorney to go for them and fight them? Yes, you can, because you're still a citizen of the United States. You're still have rights, and you're still supposed to have certain conditions. Just because you're in prison doesn't mean we can kind of just throw you outside and let you be. There's still certain standards that have to be there. And a lot of prisons are privatized, so they have regulations, and they have to uphold those into the bargain, because that's how it works.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that.
Gosh, it goes fast. If you have a question about a law concern of your own, a legal concern of your own, call Vanessa at 804-0092, or go visit at her office. The Jennings Law Firm is at 2945 Northeast 3rd Street here in Ocala on the second floor. Just go upstairs, knock on the door. Vanessa.
There's no door upstairs.
There's no door. Just go up there and say, I'm here.
That's basically how that one works at our place.
Thank you, Vanessa.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.
OCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Fox News Radio, I'm Lillian Wu. The president's choice to lead the Department of Health and Human Services expected to be sworn in today after being confirmed overnight on a party line vote. Democrats all voting no.
They're warning, obviously, that he's going to lead the charge to dismantle Obamacare. No more confirmation votes in the Senate today. Up next is Steve Mnuchin to be Treasury Secretary. That vote will come Monday night. Up after him is Dr. David Shulkin to be Secretary of Veterans Affairs.
Fox's Mike Emanuel. President Trump tweeting this morning, calling disgraceful the appeals court decision not to reinstate his travel ban, and the governor of Ohio postponing 8 executions.
As the state appeals a federal judge's rejection last month of Ohio's 3-drug execution method, which it modified from a 2-drug method after botched executions.
Fox Radio's Jeff Manasso. Fox News. We report, you decide.
Heavy rain this morning, causing backed up traffic all the way to
Please remove all laptops and leave.
Folks, we're number 9 on the list for takeoff, so settle in, keep those seatbelts fastened.
Want fries with that?
Welcome to Westin. Travel can be disruptive to your well-being. That's why at Westin Hotels and Resorts, we have rejuvenating heavenly beds, a nutritious superfoods RX menu, and a workout gear lending program to help you stay in control and rise above it all. Westin, let's rise.
HelloFresh delivers recipes and ingredients for a home-cooked meal in around 30 minutes. Like this recipe. Start with a working couple. Add 2 demanding jobs. Mix all too well. Receive HelloFresh delivery. Trim off temptation to order pizza. Follow step-by-step recipe until holy ravioli. You can add mushroom ravioli gratin to your resumes. Fist bump and enjoy. Delicious ingredients you'll love to eat. Simple recipes you'll live to cook. HelloFresh. Get cooking. Get $20 off your first delivery plus free shipping at hellofresh.com/radio.
Ad Council.
It's time for Farm and Ranch headlines on the Southeast AgNet. I'm Tyron Spearman reporting. Coming up February the 16th, the Florida Peanut Producers Association will have their annual meeting. It'll be at the Jackson County Agricultural Complex in Marianna, Florida. For more information, you can go to flpeanuts.com and get all the details. That's February the 16th, coming up in Marianna, Florida. Well, the Peanut Nation has delivered some more peanut butter. This time they're delivering it to various churches and groups around the storm and tornado area that happened in January. According to Peanut Proud, they are delivering peanut butter, which has been made, 34,560 jars, from Kroger and Terra Foods in Albany, Georgia. But these are being distributed all along the storm route at various churches and food centers.
Did you know there is a world of possibilities for U.S. beef in the global marketplace? Data show that 95% of the global population is outside of the United States. This is why checkoff dollars are invested in foreign marketing and education of importers and consumers across the globe. These efforts let us introduce new products, generate goodwill, and promote the quality and safety of U.S. beef. Learn more at mybeefcheckoff.com. Then spread the good news about your checkoff investment, paid for by Your Beef Checkoff.
The Farm Press has announced the Peanut Profitability Award is now being accepted. This is a chance for farmers to enter the contest. The contest is to find out who produces the highest yields of peanuts at the lowest cost per acre. Winners will be selected from the lower southeast, the upper southeast, and southwest. Winners will be honored at the Southern Peanut Growers Conference coming up July the 21st and 22nd at Sandestin, Florida. The deadline to enter that is April the 15th, but you need some time to get all those records together for the purpose of entering. That's the Peanut Profitability Award. Who does the best at investing and making more peanuts? I'm Tyron Spearman for Southeast AgNet.
On this episode of What Not to Do, brought to you by
Mike Scott Plumbing. If water runs through it, we do it.
Why is there a mariachi band in... Wait, are you digging up the yard again?
It's not what it looks like.